Hello.
We're here.
We're back. We're tired.
Hold it a little farther from your mouth. There
I'm
you go.
not allowed to have a microphone.
Nope, there is too loud.
I'm so tired.
We could do it a different day if you want.
No. I'm here. I'm dressed. Just tired. I am excited though because we're going to talk about New Year's today, and
We have a New Year's event.
yeah, we have a New Year's event this year. I think it's going to be fun because balls are expensive and there's never anything to do on New Year's Eve, and whatever it is to do is always expensive, crowded, or loud.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice
And
that we're
sticky.
gonna and sticky and like loud, not just music, but like fireworks. We're not having those.
Yeah, no fireworks.
And drunk people, which we will have some of those, but our
Not-
drunk people
not
are
the
less
same.
rowdy.
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to that. New Year's Eve is actually my least favorite holiday, other than 4th of July. They're tied. I hate fireworks.
4th of July is the worst.
Yeah.
New Year's, I feel pretty ambivalent about.
I would agree 4th of July is worse because it's patriotic and it's hot. And at least New Year's is more celestial and it is also cold.
And it's totally fine to just stay inside and do nothing.
Just go to bed. That's how I celebrated for many a year. People didn't like that. Some people...
Really? I feel like that's more of a flex.
No, people are really big on New Year's. I feel like if you're a New Year's, it's the same way people are weird about 4th of July. Like, I think if you're a fireworks person, you just love those holidays. But I hate them. Like, I despise them
Yeah,
actively.
I don't really like them either.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for our ball, and I'm thinking this is going to be the most fun New Year's ever.
Getting water.
I was telling them secrets.
Okay. Well, Michael will know, I guess.
Not really. Not real secrets.
Fake secrets.
We don't have any real secrets. It's okay. Okay, so.
I'm hiding that I secretly hate you this whole time.
Oh, this whole time.
She was right all along.
Ah, dang it. You're such a good secret keeper.
That's not true at all. Neither of us is good at keeping secrets at all.
No, I literally can't keep a secret. I feel like I'm told to keep a secret and I'm like, from everyone but Minji, you always know. I like can't tell it. I can't keep a secret from you. I feel like even when I have to keep a secret, I'll come over and I'll be like, I have a secret and I want to tell you. And I can't tell you, but I must tell you. And then I argue with myself like Gollum style back and forth until I tell you. And then I say, don't tell anybody.
And I don't.
You're a slightly better secret keeper than me,
That's
though.
true.
There have been
It's
a few
just-
times I feel like you've delayed the telling me for a long time. You like to give hints. You'll
Yeah.
kind of like hint at like a, hey, maybe follow your heart, girly. I just tell you,
Your instincts are always right.
Yeah, I literally cannot keep a secret. I can from other people. I just don't feel like I can keep one from you or Jack. Those are, you guys are like my people I can't keep secrets from, which then in proxy is also Micah. So
Yeah.
anything you tell one of us, potentially the 4 of us know, but especially if you tell me. Especially if you tell
Anything
me.
anyone tells me, Michael will know.
Yeah, yep. Anything you tell me, Micah, Minji, and Jack will know. And I do feel that Jack can keep a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the same way that I can keep a secret in that I'm not talking to enough people to tell a secret to.
That's true.
That's mostly why I am like.
I want
okay
to.
at secrets.
If we're talking about this though in like quantity, I can keep a secret.
Yeah?
'Cause the fact that it's only you guys out of all the people I'm always talking
true.
to.
That's true.
So in that case, I am somewhat of a good secret keeper. So today we are going to talk about New Year's. We're going to talk about our ball and the things we're hoping will happen at our ball. But first, we're going to talk about our worst New Year's stories ever. I have some ones, Minji's got some ones, and we're going to tell them. Do you want to go first?
I don't have any that are like super bad. They're all just kind of like mediocre.
Tell me a mediocre one.
The time that I was in Tokyo for New Year's.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was extremely uneventful.
Uneventful Tokyo New Year's.
So
I feel that going to Tokyo for New Year's is an event in itself.
No. Okay, so Tokyo used to do a ton of stuff for New Year's. Like they used to have like, the Shibuya crossing.
No.
The main crossing where people take
I know
pictures and there's
nothing
big
about
shopping mall.
Tokyo.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There's
Other
the
than-
gigantic crosswalk.
Yes, it's in Japan.
That's the crosswalk I'm talking about. So every year on New Year's Eve,
It's like a Times Square vibe.
yeah,
Okay.
less Scammers.
But that it's like, it's in the city, and it's a big space in the city where people come for New Year's.
Yes.
So it's kind of
Not anymore, though.
Not anymore. Okay.
So what used to happen was everybody would come to Shibuya Crossing, and when the New Year's happened, they would all rush into the square, and it would be like a big party. And like there were countdowns on screens and stuff. So we had.
And what year is this?
This was 2013 to 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went, and I had a friend who was living there because she was teaching English. She was like, "It's so exciting. We're going to go do this New Year's thing, and it'll be great." And so me and my brother were like, "Okay, cool. We'll do it." So we get there like an hour before, and they are shutting down all of the subway stations. There's a big sign on all of the TV screens that's like, "Do not drink here. Do not go into the square. Area is closed off. Nobody's allowed here for New Year's." And we had met up with her, and she was like, "That's so weird. I feel like we've always done this." I was like, "Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that." So instead, we went to go look for a club. We ended up wandering into the Love Hotel area.
And you guys were old enough to go to a club?
Yeah, I was.
Your brother, too?
Yeah.
Is he older than me?
Let's see, this was 2013.
That's the year I graduated high school.
No.
Yes, it is. I was 17. I had just turned 18 that year.
Yeah, he's definitely older than you. He's 93.
And he's 2 years older than me then.
Okay.
So he would have been 20.
Yes, he was definitely old enough to party in Japan.
Okay, vibes.
Okay, so we end up in like the Love Hotel area.
Okay.
I don't know if she didn't realize it was Love Hotels, but we were
sorry,
like,
what are Love Hotels?
It's a hotel that you can rent for like an hour amount rather than an over.
We
amount.
are in sex hotels.
Yes.
Sex hotel.
But they're called
area.
Love Hotels.
Love hotels.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Context
so
clues.
We're wandering around, and then we find a club that's like, I don't know, it's kind of in the basement of like this block of them. And we go in, and they're like, "No gaijin," so no foreigners. So we have to leave. We end up wandering around a whole bunch, and then eventually the clock is striking midnight, and so we celebrated New Year's Eve in front of a convenience store.
That is really uneventful.
Yeah, and then we went to a pub after
what a
that.
disappointing way to spend New Year's Eve in Tokyo when you were like actively looking for something really like Times Square level.
Yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
and I was
crazy.
like younger, so I was like into partying and stuff, and I was like fine staying up late. We did end up finding a bar. It was a gaijin bar, so like just a foreigner bar. They gave us a free glass of champagne each, and we were the only people in that bar entirely.
Okay.
So it was like me, my brother, this girl that we knew who taught in Japan, and then like a few of her expat friends.
Okay.
And that was the whole thing.
That was the vibe.
And then we went to sleep.
Okay. I slept through most New Year's. Yeah, that does suck because it just sucks that you were someplace cool. I've never spent New Year's someplace cool. I don't think ever in my life. Yeah. But it's gonna be fun. I mean, I think it's cool that it was kind of your idea for us to do a New Year's ball, and I don't think I would have thought about that because I dislike New Year's so much.
Oh, yeah. You were kind of like, no, we shouldn't do it for New Year's because, like, other people are going to be doing other stuff. I was like, yeah, but New Year's sucks.
Yeah. And also, it's so hard to find anything to do. Like, I remember when I first met Jack, so when I first met my spouse, I was like, I remember trying to find a party to go to, and it'll be like $150 to get into a bar.
I know.
And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to do that. And then, not to say that Jack's friends didn't have, like, cool New Year's. I think it's cool in a different way that I didn't maybe appreciate because I don't drink very much.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, I do need to tell you this one story, though. Oh, this is so crazy.
All right.
This is the first story of me and Jack together on a New Year's.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I always forget that this was New Year's. So Jack's friends like to do this thing. So if you're in the Baltimore area, there's a place called Hamden, and it's like a very eclectic, artsy neighborhood in the city. And everybody comes out right around midnight, and then they have their own ball drop there because the Miracle on 30.
You were telling me about that. Okay.
So there's Miracle on 36th Street in Baltimore, and that is like this big. It's a smaller street, but it's a big lights display where every house covers like every inch of the facade in string lights, and it's like world famous, and people come from all over to see it. I think they made a movie where it was featured. Like, it's just a very famous local Baltimore thing. So everybody goes out onto that street and floods the street, and then all the surrounding streets, and then that street, one of the houses has a ball that drops, and it's like a disco ball, but it's very fun. And then everybody kisses and parties and does whatever in the streets, and it's fun. So that's like what they would do, but obviously that's not my speed. I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
But at the time, it's when my party trick was drinking 10 shots of tequila, which it was a very short-lived period of my life, but I could drink like a lot of tequila without throwing up or getting drunk or blacking out. Like, I would be drunk, but I just felt like my body handled tequila really well. So unfortunately, what ended up happening was we got invited to this party, and I had some tequila, and I might have also had some wine, and also they were like mulling like whiskey cider on the stove, which you know that I have a very strict not allowed to drink any dark liquor policy after this night. But the other thing, which I think you've seen kind of, but because I never get drunk, I don't think you know the extent of which it was when I was younger, which is that if you get me very, very drunk, I cry. And it's not a sad cry. It's a you're so beautiful. I'm crying like puppies are so cute. I'm crying like, oh my God, I love you so much. I'm crying. But I like sobbing, uncontrollable sobbing. I love you. That's how I get when I get very, very, very drunk. And so, like, I'm pretty certain at the first Vet Dufe, I was that drunk, and I was like, I love you, and I'm crying. I do think that happened, and you were like, get it together, bitch, we have to give a speech. I think it was at that point in the night. So anyways, I'm at this party, we do the New Year's drop. I'm, like, so drunk that I can't walk barely. And so Jack, like, walks me back to their place, and, you know, Jack was living with some friends, and everybody was going back to that house eventually to continue the party. So Jack, like, walks me up the stairs. I'm crying, like, puppies are cute. At one point, Jack sat me down at the kitchen table. And then Jack was like, I was like, are we going to bed? And Jack was like, oh, no, you're going to have to sleep there. And then I started crying about that. I was like, you're going to make me sleep on the table. No. And Jack was like, oh, my God, like, you're so drunk. Like, we have to get you upstairs. So I have my little glass of water that Jack's carrying up. Jack's helping me up the stairs. And Jack, like, helps me, you know, get undressed, put on pajamas. I was in, like, a whole outfit, right? Yeah. So you can imagine I'm in, like, tights and a dress and boots and all this stuff. And Jack gets me into, like, pajama clothes and tucks me into bed, like, literally tucks me in, makes me drink a glass of water, gives me a kiss on the head, and is like, okay, babe, like, I'm gonna see you in the morning. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna see me in the morning. So Jack walks down the stairs, goes into the kitchen, and then all of the friends show up and, like, walk in, and they're in the living room, and Jack's, like, making a glass of water, getting ready for bed, like, whatever. It was, I'm telling you, 2 minutes. I had decided that it would be a good idea to, like, I get a little, like, jokestery, you know what I mean? So I quick changed completely back into my outfit, ran down the stairs, and so when Jack, like, walked back around the corner from getting the glass of water, I'm sitting on the couch, like, incognito mode. No one knows that I'm drunk because I'm new to this group as well, so no one knows me. So I'm just sitting there, like, and Jack's like, Sarah, what are you doing downstairs? And I'm like, just everybody's like, she's chilling with us. She's here. Like, we're just partying. And Jack's like, it's time for Sarah to go to bed. And everybody's like, no, Sarah's doing great. Like, it's fine. I'm just sitting there like this. I'm like, God, like a horror movie. Yeah, but I'm like totally drunk, but I'm not talking. Because if I start talking, I'm going to cry. Like, that's part of it. God. So I'm just like this. I'm just sitting there being like, everybody's like, look, she's fine. Like, what's wrong? Like, we're going to sleep. And Jack's standing there like, oh, no, I know exactly what's happening here. So Jack goes in front of everybody. It's like, there's like 20 people in this living room sitting around. And Jack goes, Sarah, you ever thought about how cute puppies are? And I went, oh my God. And then everybody goes, and Jack's like, yeah, it's time for Sarah to go to bed. Everybody's like, okay, good night, Sarah. And then Jack took me to bed and kept me locked in the room because I was not capable of going back out. I was like just crying. It's just the crying. Yeah.
Lovingly belligerent.
Yeah, I just get a little bit too much sometimes. So but funny. It's okay. It was good. I forgot totally that was New Year's, and like, yeah, because I don't drink that often, so it is what it is. Yeah, speaking of not drinking, I'll tell you when I was like 15 or 16, my parents would take me to this party, and every year the party would get shut down by the police or by like the homeowners association or something. And what would happen was it was in this very ritzy neighborhood. Think like Roland Park.
Okay.
It was like a ritzy neighborhood. And upstairs on the top floor were all the adults having this party, and they had like an indoor pool and like a bar and like all this stuff. It was a really nice property. And so all of these like wealthy adults, and I'm talking like there were like not Congress people, but I guess like state government people and like, you know, whatever. So my parents would get invited to this party, and then they had kids that were relatively my age and my sister's age. And my sister was much cooler in like middle and high school than I was. I was not very cool, and I was always allowed to bring a friend. My friend was always cooler than me. It's just a thing. So what ended up happening at these parties is I typically would be upstairs playing their like baby grand piano and entertaining the guests, while all of the kids were downstairs having like an absolute rager, and it would just be like high school kids gone wild. Which also I went to private school. Like I was not aware of like party customs, right? So at this one party, I remember I was upstairs because, you know, this became a normal thing where the adults would want me to play.
Yeah.
But this time I wanted to go downstairs. I'd worn a cute outfit. I'm like, I'm going to kiss somebody at midnight. I'm going to kiss a stranger. I'm crazy. Like I'm going insane. I'm a senior in high school. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Sarah gone wild.
Yeah, I'm never wild. I just need to put that out there that my version of gone wild is so tame in comparison. Like, especially you'll tell me stories and I'll just be like, I can't imagine. Like, I just can't imagine getting that wild, but I'm not a wild girl, and that's okay. But I had worn this this dress. It was so ugly. I wish I had a picture of it. It was from Target, high neck, 3/4 sleeve, skater style dress in a rainbow lace. Worst thing I've ever seen. Don't even. So what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't getting laid in high school. We'll just say that I was so uncool, and that's okay. I was a theater kid, and I was uncool, and it's okay.
Yikes.
Anyways, I was at the party.
Yeah.
So it's okay, because you know what? Like, by the time you're 16 and very drunk in the middle of the night at New Year's, I was looking much cuter. So, you know what? We're getting towards the end of the night. I had set my eyes on this one guy. I thought he was very, very cute. And I had, not going to lie, little craziness, I had actually kissed his twin brother at a different event. Another time playing Spin the Bottle. So I was like, I'm going to get the cute twin. This is going to be fun. But then, like, when I went downstairs, the cute twin was kind of looking, like, passed out. He was looking, like, unwell, right? And I'm talking, like, passed out in a way that people shouldn't be passed out at a party. And nobody is, like, paying attention to him because people are making out in other rooms. Like, their basement was, like, a bar, one of those, like, bar club basements, but it was huge, and it went around. So you kind of couldn't see people from different angles. So he's, like, by the fireplace in the corner, kind of nodding out. But also it kind of looked like he had, like, foam at the mouth. Yeah, it was, like, not good, right? So then I went to his friend's brother, and, I was like, hey, guys, I think that guy's, like, really drunk because he's not waking up, and I was talking to him earlier, and then his brother is like, oh my god, he's a diabetic. Anyways, he was like in diabetic shock, and they had to call the ambulance because I guess he had like gotten the alcohol, like, you know, he had drank too much and it was like fucking with his insulin, and he was like unconscious, like could not rouse him, like really unconscious, and then he was in the hospital for a few days, and like I remember that the ambulance had to be called. He did recover. It was okay. I didn't kiss him. He was in the emergency room.
That's good.
But yeah, that was
definitely a worst. That's the worst New Year's.
It was a really bad New Year's. So I don't know that it was the worst. My worst New Year's was the day I was dating someone in New York. This is like so atrociously bad. I was dating someone in New York, and we had New Year's plans to spend like the week together. But back when this was the year Trump got elected, so I was with him on Trump's election day, and we both ended up in sort of a depression spiral, and it kind of started to end our relationship. Because we were both just like, what are we doing? You know, he was an actor, he lived in New York. I was like, I feel that this was the time when I was thinking about going to grad school for politics. I was like, I just feel like I need to do more in the year, like in my life. And then he started being like, I need to leave New York, like I need to be like doing something else, like I have to do more too. But our paths were leading in opposite directions.
Right.
And so we had already planned this very expensive like New Year's trip for me to come stay for a week. And at the same time, I knew this girl who was like moving to New York and asked me to like move her stuff in to her house. And I was like, you know, she had But at first it had been like, oh, you're going to be up here for this, and then let's tack like 2 days on, and then you'll hang out with me and our other friend, and we'll celebrate your birthday, because my birthday's Christmas Eve. So I said, okay. So then it turned into like she's moving into her house, and she wants me to like move her in on New Year's Day. It's like this whole thing, and I was kind of like, look, I'm up here, and like I'm low-key breaking up with my boyfriend of a year, and it's weird, and so like, I don't know how I'm going to feel on New Year's Day, but, like, sure, I'll see if I can come lend a hand, like, since I have a car, I guess, like, whatever. So I go to New Year's, and the only thing that I asked was, like, you know, we're going to spend this last magical night together, and then on New Year's Day, this New Year, we're parting, like, we're breaking up on New Year's Day. That's what we decided. So we spent the whole week together. Minji, it's, like, everything bad that could ever happen in New Year's. So my one request was to not have fireworks.
Is this not recording?
Mine is recording.
Okay, well that's good. I don't think I hit record on mine. Sorry, Micah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Mine's green. Should it be red?
Yep. Fuck. We fucked up, Micah. I'm so sorry.
Micah, no.
I hope that the in-camera audio is acceptable.
Well, now we have mics, guys. Okay.
This is what we can't do anything without Micah here.
I'm so sorry. Micah wasn't here to help us. We're starting from this point on having a mic. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I'm in New York. I have spent a week with my boyfriend. We know that we're breaking up on New Year's Day.
Right.
This girl has asked me to come help her move into her apartment. I'm like, I'm probably going to be a wreck.
Does she know your ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, she is a person I had been previously good friends with. We had a falling... This is a falling out where we, like, didn't talk after this. It was bad.
Oh, after this. Okay.
Yes. So at the time, I would have considered this girl, like, a girl that I was close enough to have made her a bridesmaid in my wedding.
Oh.
That's how close we were.
Okay.
But it was weird because...
Did she get together with your ex-boyfriend?
No,
again?
no.
Okay.
She didn't. Mm-mm. She treats me really bad.
Okay.
It will happen later on in the story. This is so bad. Okay. So I am in New York. We spend this week together. The only request I make for our last magical night together is no fireworks. He tells me that he has a surprise for me. And so he takes me sort of like semi-blindfolded, like we're getting in the subway and I don't know where I'm going because I don't live in New York right now. And like, it's this whole thing. And where do we end up? We end up at Central Park.
With the fireworks.
Front row fireworks display, yep. And the entire time, so at this time, I was diagnosed at the time with like PTSD from like a past relationship, and loud noises would like really trigger me. So I'm having like a panic attack, like in Central Park, stuck, and you know, like all of the subways are super crowded, and like he lived in Harlem or something like that, like really north. So like it took a very long time to get back. It was this whole thing. Then we go back, and then we're just crying all night long. Like it's just terrible. We're just crying. So then in the morning, like, I'm packing up my stuff and we decide, like, okay, as our last thing together, we're going to, like, walk to this coffee shop. So we're, like, holding hands and we're walking to this coffee shop and it's New Year's Day. And as we do, there's this person laying on the ground in this, like, weird angle, like, looking up at the sky, like this.
Oh.
And as I look at him, I go, oh, my God, that's a dead person. And my boyfriend was like, no, I think that's just like performance art. But like, as I'm saying it, there's police officers like going like this and like whatever. And an ambulance was called. And then they're like, look, he was rigor mortis. And he was dead. It was a dead person who had like overdosed and had this like very peaceful, like this serene look on his face. I was like, that was a dead person. And my boyfriend was like, no. And I was like, it was. Like, we just saw a dead person on New Year's Day.
Oh
and we're breaking up. And, like, this is so traumatic and terrible. So we, like, go back to his apartment. And I'm like, you know what? I just need to go. We, like, say this. We're crying. We're saying goodbye. Like, we were up all night. It was terrible. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go, like, drop in on these friends and tell them how things go. So it's, like, later in the night. So now it's New Year's Day, but it is probably, like, dinner time.
Okay.
Finally say goodbye to my ex, get in my car, and then I drive to Queens, which is, like, a 3-hour drive in fucking New Year's Day traffic. It was terrible. And I finally get there. And then when I get there, like, the girl had this, like, I guess an air mattress or something for me. And she had, like, thrown it out. And so, because I didn't come to, like, help her early in the morning, even though she knew I was going through this breakup and, like, the plans had changed. And this was no longer a birthday trip for me, even though that's why I was invited up. Like, it's so weird. And so anyways, like, when I get there, I'm like, oh, hey, like, where am I going to sleep? And she was like, oh, you're going to have to sleep on the floor because, like,
this other friend is the better friend, and so she gets a bed and you don't. And I was like, and I'm sitting there being like, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Like, every time that I would say something, she would change the subject, like as if I wasn't there. And then I was like, what am I sleeping with? Like a blanket and a pillow. She hands me a couch pillow with brooches on it, and then a fitted sheet to sleep on the floor. So I ended up having to call my ex, who's like, we just broke up and now we're trying to go like no content, a fitted sheet. And she's like, hope it doesn't get too cold down there. And I was like, so I just like packed up all my stuff and I just like left, and I went back. I had to go back to my now ex-boyfriend, who like were broken up's house. And he was like super drunk, and like him and his friends have been having like a pity party or whatever. And now I'm back, and then I had to spend the night there again. It was like super awkward. And I'm like, this is so terrible. Like, we're just like stuck there in this weird awkward place where like we're broken up and like it's weird. And we had just seen a dead person. It was just terrible. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was so bad. And I ended up like the next day, that girl called me and was like, are you coming back to hang today? And I was like, no, I'm literally going home. I'm driving my ass home right now. And I had to take the other friend that was there, and she's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, girl, I don't care. Like, get in my car. We're going home. I'm not staying here another second. And that was my worst New Year's. That's my worst New Year's.
Did she ever apologize?
No.
No? Okay,
nope.
cool.
She never apologized. Yeah. It's a whole vibe, so.
Great.
Yeah.
No, my New Year's are pretty uneventful.
Yeah, that was the worst one. I mean, seeing a dead person in general is always a bad day.
No,
but
that's bad.
That was so bad. I felt like it was a bad omen,
Was that
too.
like a really bad year? Because I feel, I was going to say that.
It was the year that I met Torin, the guy that tried to kill me. So yeah, terrible year.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the year that I almost died, in case you didn't know, and I speak about it in a funny way. I was in a relationship with somebody who attempted to murder me. That happened. He went to prison. I have a lot of lore. Anyways, it's not a joking matter, but like,
what are you gonna do?
It's been like a decade at this point, and I think that we are just at a place where I just look back and I'm like, wow, that was such a crazy time. My life is so stable in comparison to then that I am almost just like, I'm so boring now. And I think I'm still a pretty interesting person.
What did you do last New Year's? Because we were flying home from Japan last New Year's.
We worked a wedding.
Oh.
Yep. We worked a wedding for New Year's. It was fun. It was actually more fun than usual. We enjoyed it because we got a free stay in a hotel.
Oh, okay.
And then we're like just up. And then the ball drop is always really fun because you have like an actual DJ on a dance floor, and it's catered, and you're getting like a really nice meal, and it was free.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was at the wedding they had a ball drop?
They did. Yeah, it was a midnight wedding.
Oh.
So they got married around like 9 p.m. and then they had dinner. And then they had like an hour of dancing, and then they did like their own little like ball drop, and then they were in a hotel on like it was like the top floor of a hotel that overlooked a river, and then there's a big fireworks display out the river, but it was far enough away that it wasn't loud.
That's good.
And then the DJ was playing cool music, and it was just really fun. Yeah, so not bad. That was actually a pretty decent New Year's.
I think we were just on the plane.
Yeah.
And then the year before that, I don't think we did anything at all. Year before that was the year we
hang
met
out?
No,
like 2 years before. Didn't we hang out for New Year's?
2023?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was like when my Twilight party?
No, the one after that. I think we did nothing together on New Year's.
Oh.
I'm gonna look it up.
Maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna look because I do think that that's what we did. I know that we did that for like Christmas or something.
Yeah, we usually do that for Christmas.
Or Christmas Eve, my
birthday.
We'll just
like watch a bunch of movies.
So this would have been what, 2024's New Year's?
Mm-hmm.
That was the 2024 New Year is when we shot the wedding.
Okay.
This past New Year, what did we do?
I was on a plane.
You were on a plane, and I was. That's November. That's you again. Did I do nothing? That's December.
It's still December.
I must have done nothing then.
You're still in December.
This is still December?
Yeah, it says it right on the top here.
It's December again. Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
I've never known that. Okay.
What?
Here we are.
Well, that's December 30th.
That's my sister. Oh. I guess I went shopping. How do I get out of here? Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on, stop. Give me 1 second. So this would be right here. This is...
Oh my god, you use your phone so weird.
Okay, hold on. One second.
That's the 23rd.
We spent New Year's in that weird Poconos hotel. That's where we were. We were at that cool... I don't even call it weird. We were at the cool Poconos hotel.
One with the blood stains, not the blood stains.
No, this
The
one was
mold
cool. It's the
stains?
one where you no, this is the one where you take a bath in champagne flute.
Didn't you get a bunch of comments on something?
It wasn't mold. It was they have like these tubs and they painted the tubs used to be painted
I was
red.
joking. Facetious mold.
I'm just saying, you know what? The Pocono Cove place, it's called like Cove Pocono. It's really cool. It's like a vintage 1970s love like motel style hotel where the bathtubs are shaped like hearts or like a big champagne glass. They're very cool. But one of the things that they did that I just think was a disservice to themselves is they used to have these red heart-shaped pools and they painted them white. And then the paint peels off. And in videos from far away, it looks like mold or something growing around the edge, but it's just the red paint.
Yeah, they should
peeking
just
through.
paint them red again.
They also looked better red. Like, I just don't understand why they painted them white in the first place. It's so tacky and weird. Like, I just hate it. So, anyways, but it was a very fun time. And, like, go to Cove Pocono. It was awesome. I'm going back. It was just the best time. So, I love that.
There was the year that we met, the Twilight Party.
Yeah.
And then you had to leave early to go hang out with
the other people. Yeah.
Sucks.
I was so
you didn't
bummed
get to
about
see
that.
Carlisle's head get ripped off.
That's true. I was Jane, Pain Jane. Mm-hmm. You were Bella.
It was Human Bella.
Human Bella, right? Because there was also Vampire Bella.
Micah was Edward.
Yeah, Mike was Edward. We had a lot of people that dressed up really cool, and I feel like that was a fun theme. That was like a very cool, fun New Year's party.
Thanks.
Like, I just genuinely, I've never hosted a New Year's party. I do Halloween, usually, you know. But I'm done. I'm through my days of hosting, like, house parties, I think.
Yeah.
I'm down for, like, a swanky dinner.
I'm okay with house parties.
Maybe just the four of us.
But
at a swanky dinner.
I like house party activities more than you do.
It's true. I've decided we should just start having my birthday can just be a ball, and we'll just have a Sarah's birthday ball.
Okay.
And then
is the Cloisters Ball doubling as your birthday ball?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can say something, like, we can announce and be like, also, Sarah's birthday was 5 days ago. 7 days ago? It'll be 7.
7 days. 7 days. Capricorn season. Yeah. Oh, I'm so looking forward to fall and winter, I must say. I'm so done with summer.
Who was I just talking to about... Oh, when we were at Lobster Fest with Hannah, we were talking about zodiac signs and somebody was a Leo, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I hate Leos.
It happens. Your energy isn't very, like... I mean, it's interesting because you're a fire sign, so typically you would think a fire sign would like another fire sign. But...
The tryhards.
Sure. I mean, it makes sense because I'm a Capricorn, but I don't really vibe with Taurus and Virgos. Like, at all. Especially Tauruses. I'm sorry if you're a Taurus and we're friends. You're an exception.
I don't just think we have any Taurus friends.
Kat is a Taurus.
Oh, well.
Which is fine. I tend to really not vibe with Tauruses. And there's nothing wrong with them. I think that this is the thing, is I think that for you, and let's be honest about the things that you're attracted to in people. I think you like it when people are nonchalant and when people, like, are putting in, like, kind of low effort.
Yes.
Or, like, you have to approach them. I don't think you like being approached, you know, I think Leos like being approached the way a dog likes being approached.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like being
it's you.
pursued.
Yeah, and I think that Leos...
I'm very black cat.
Yeah. I just think Leos are, like, a little too friendly and there for your personality.
Yeah, I mean, like... Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Also,
I just think they are.
I find a lot of Leos. Well, the main Leo that I lived with, who tried to sue us, but, like, very insecure and attention seeking.
So that's what it is, really, because you don't. So I'm very golden retriever. And I very much pursued our friendship, but there wasn't emotional weight. I did not pursue our friendship in a way where I was like, I needed you to validate me.
Yeah.
I just sort of was like, I'm available if you would like to hang out. And that you like, but you just don't like when people are very easily emotionally affected by how you're behaving or feeling, which I think is fair because you're a person who is very blunt. And so that's also one of the reasons why I don't really vibe with Tauruses, because I'm a person who always likes to be doing something. And I find that Tauruses are very relaxed, mellow, and, like, I don't want to say lazy in a bad way. You know when you just need a lazy day off? Like, a Taurus is a perfect person to do that with.
Yeah.
I desire that 0% in my life. And so I feel that I just clash with Tauruses in a way where we can't share goals because I like to work And Tauruses just, I think, inherently don't like to work in the same way. And that's okay. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. And they're great friends for people who want more peace and relaxation. And I think I'm a great friend for people who want to like start a business.
Yep.
That's what makes me a great friend. And that's okay. That's not everybody's gonna like fuck with my personality, and that's okay. And it's the same thing with yours, where you're very blunt, and I think that Leos are a little too sensitive for you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insecurities are like not my jam.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should all be working towards confidence, and like you can be insecure in any sign. I think that when you're a Leo, one thing that I will say, not even as like a devil's advocate, but just as like I understand where they come from. They're very sensitive, and I think that they can be very creative and they can be very inspiring. But if they're stuck in their own minds, it can be really difficult because they're so hard on themselves. And I think that they are aware of like their magnetism, and they feel like they let people down. And so they do seek a lot of external validation, but that's a path where they have to then like find that within themselves.
Yeah.
So a healed Leo can be a really incredible, powerful person.
Yeah, I think that would definitely help a lot. Like if it's the like projecting insecurities onto other people and like making it their problem.
Sure.
That is an issue for me.
And I
It's
think
like
that's an issue with all the people, but I get you with Leos especially because you might just attract that energy, specifically like a Leo version of that. You know what I mean?
people
I
are
think so.
insecure and they keep it to themselves
Sure.
or are like chill about it.
Well,
Great.
I will also say this is that when I was younger, I used to have a problem where I feel that I wasn't very, like, I don't want to use the word empathetic, but I just feel that I wasn't as socially understanding as I maybe am now. And so I really didn't get along with Pisces. Like, every Pisces I met hated me.
Interesting.
Because I think that they thought I was mean. And, like, I kind of was, but I just was so blunt. And I'd just be like, okay, but our feelings don't matter. Like, we just need to get it done.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting it done, you're just crying and, like, you're bothering me. And I feel that that's the way that I would approach it. I know, which is not how I am now, but that's definitely the mindset I was in. And yeah, like, people, the Pisces, and now I'm married to a Pisces. So you know what I mean? Like, we all grow and we all change.
Yeah.
Now I love a Pisces. I'm like, oh, give me all the Pisces, yes. But Pisces are my least favorite sign for a really long time. So things change. Okay. I want to read you some New Year's Reddit stories. None of them are as good as our stories, but I still thought they were pretty interesting. So I saved 3. They're pretty short.
You were going to talk about New Year's transits also.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't done my
That's okay.
research on that, so I don't know how that's gonna go. We're just gonna do Reddit stories.
Yeah.
Reddit stories. Okay, if you guys have a crazy story or a Reddit story you want to put in and we can read it, that would be awesome. But right now I'm gonna do some New Year's ones. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is, the question was, what's your craziest New Year's story? And this person wrote one here. It says, last year to celebrate the New Year, my friends and I went to the beach. A friend has a house there. We have done this a couple times, but this time was special because our friend turned 18, so they're young.
Oh.
So his parents serve us a little bit of wine. They have a toast and then leave us to eat dinner. Another friend says, tonight will be just like The Hangover. LOL, just kidding. It's a terrible thing to say when you're when you're 18. Little did we know he was right. We go down to the beach and get our drinks on. Needless to say, we all got super hammered because we're 18. Our friend, who just turned 18, though, was really sad because he said he wanted to hook up with his girl and then another friend made out with her. So, of course, he gets shit-faced and he's making a fool of himself. So I tell him, hey, let's go sit. But then he got mad and grabbed a thick-ass stick and threw it, and it just so happened to land on my face. So drunken me, of course, thought he did this on purpose. So I let him be and I just stormed off, pissed off. Then at 6 a.m. we all decide we're going back up to the house to get some rest. So we gather up at the disco. But wait, our just recently turned 18 friend, let's call him Mike, he's missing. He was the one who was sad and angry because another friend hooked up with the girl. Anyways, we all knew what he was capable of doing drunk. Reckless shit. We searched for about an hour and he was nowhere to be found. We call his cell, someone picks up, and we're all glad because we think it's him, but it's not. He left his cell phone back at the house. So we all seriously thought that he had gone to take a swim, drunk as shit, in the ocean. He did this last year. Luckily, we were all there and able to stop him from drowning. And about an hour later, a friend who had stayed back at the house because he had gotten sick said Mike's dad found him passed out on the balcony. His father did not make a big deal out of it but we did not want his mother to find out because she would have thrown a fit. In the end, I was supposed to go back home with Mike because he lived really close to my house, but I ended up just going back with another friend because he was his dad advised me to because his mother was going to something. I can't read whatever this says. Scariest moment of my life. So I guess this friend just went missing during New Year's. This person cannot text, right? Like, everything's misspelled at the end. I feel like they're still drunk from New Year's.
I'm just so confused. I can conceptualize that I was also on the internet as a teenager.
Yeah.
But like, it feels wrong that teenagers are on the internet.
Yeah. I also feel that it's interesting when people are talking about how scary this stuff is, because it is, right? Like, you see true crime episodes where people will get really drunk and drive a boat and kill their friends, and like that happens. And I guess I've always been like so hyper responsible that I just can't imagine being in like that
No, me either.
headspace.
I can't either.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
wandering off
people
like that?
or like, I don't ever drink. I don't know. Have you ever drunk because you were upset? Like, I never
No.
ever drink for that. That's a hard boundary for me. Is that I don't emotionally drink.
I have never had any desire to drink
Yeah.
while I'm upset.
Yeah, like,
There
some
are so
people
many
do
other
that.
things I'd rather do, like eat my weight in ice cream or some shit.
I do want to eat my
Like,
weight in ice cream.
that is
also.
so much more pleasant.
That's what I'm saying.
Zone out to TV. Also, I'd rather be angry than sad, so.
All right, I have another one. This
Okay.
one's really short, but it's also kind of crazy, and I can't imagine. The year's 2006.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, how old was I? I was 15.
I was 11. I was so young. I was not going to be at this party, that's for sure. 2006, New Year's Eve. The host got violently drunk, took off his shirt, and started singing and beating on a bongo. Someone guided him into the yard where he got cold and then began banging on the sliding glass door to be let in. Think Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters. He came back in. He takes another shot of tequila. He spills some. He slips and he hits the table. He then thought that the table was attacking him and tried to hit it with a chair. Still singing in Greek at this point, the guests decided that he had had enough and needed to go to bed. It took 4 guys to carry his body to the bedroom. Once they put him down, he jumped out of bed, got his ankle caught in the sheets, and wanged his head on the dresser.
Oh,
now
my
bleeding,
God.
he took a swing at one of the guys and ran downstairs and had to be carried up again. Finally spent, he passed out while his wife mopped up all the tequila he spilled. Her parents and grandparents were in attendance.
Oh my God.
His outburst is still spoken of today, and he pissed the bed. That all happened by 9:30.
What?
That's so bad.
You should never be allowed to drink again.
That's
oh my
so
God.
bad. I hate that.
Why would you?
Some people are just bad
I'm just
drinkers.
so confused. Why would you invite your parents and grandparents to a party where it's like a friend's party and you're going to be drinking?
I don't know.
Like,
also, it's his in-laws.
yeah.
So he's married. He's like old enough to know.
Yeah,
That doesn't
definitely.
make any sense. That's crazy.
I think that he's probably an alcoholic in his daily life.
Maybe. Well, the one time I ever got that drunk was when I was really young. I went to senior week, which is like a Maryland Beach
Yeah.
tradition. And I remember I got like really, really, really drunk, and my friends I had invited all these strangers over from outside. Oh my God, actually, this was like such a bad story. Oh, I should tell you it. Okay, guys, strap in. It's another Sarah Laura drop.
gosh.
It's not that bad. It's just, it was giving, I always did everything for the plot, right? And I
Yep.
had like no critical thinking skills.
Glad we don't do that anymore.
No, I was like undiagnosed, probably with a personality disorder at that point, and I've been in a lot of therapy, so I don't do this stuff anymore, but the lore drops are insane. So I went with 3 girls who went to public school. I went to private school, but they were very like conservative, like traditional. They were not wild, right? I was definitely the wild one, but I was like girls gone wild because I had just never been allowed to go anywhere unattended. This is the first trip I'm taking where like my parents aren't there and I don't have a chaperone.
Man, that's so wild. to
Yeah,
me.
but because my other 3 friends were so responsible, their parents supplied us with liquor. Like, they gave us like bottles and bottles of like vodka, and they were like, go down and get wasted, because it's a Maryland tradition, right? So like, my mom went to senior week, my dad went to senior week, their parents had all gone. So what you do is you go down, you're like 16, 17, 18, and then everybody knows, like, there's all this free transportation, like, nobody drives, and you just get, like, really wasted for a week, and all the teenagers are drinking. And, like, as long as you're in your condo, your apartment, or your house, or you're, like, not driving, everybody's chill with it, and, like, no one gets arrested unless you're driving, right? There's a lot of drunk driving checks, but, like, it's kind of just this thing where, like, everybody goes down. And the police kind of just let people party.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so it's, like, an initiation. So my parents decided, like, even though I was so sheltered, that I needed to have this experience because it's like a Maryland tradition. So they send me down with my friends and we go down, and like, I am just I'm talking drinking morning, noon, and night. I'm blazed. I am partying. We were there for a whole week. So like after the first night, this is also my first experience with alcohol. So like, I had just never tried alcohol before.
Gosh.
So I found out very quickly on that I really like Malibu and orange juice. Love that drink, and I'm downing that. I have like a giant water bottle, and I am like filling that with Malibu and orange juice and drinking around the clock.
Oh, that's so much sugar.
Yeah, and then we're also going out laying on the beach. So like I would get really, really drunk and then just like passed out on the beach.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, dehydrated.
Full of sugar.
Terrible. I'm
oh my
like
God,
17.
That sounds horrendous.
But then at night, we would like find parties or walk the boardwalk and like try to find cute boys. I'm single. It's a whole thing. So like one of these nights I go and I just decided that, oh my gosh, it's just so crazy. I had decided that like, I would just start inviting like strangers to our condo. Like I was making friends, right? It was bad. So what ended up happening was that I had been hanging out with this guy. He lived out of state, and he had this very like weird deadpan humor that I shared with him. And so what we would do is like we would say things all the time in a way that was like people would think we're serious, but it would be like really crazy, outlandish, weird things, right? Like just frightening, weird. But it was definitely like not frightening, but it was like Napoleon Dynamite type of humor where you just say something and it's like, we'd kiss and then be like, that's my sister. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it was a product of the time. But it was just like saying deadpan things where people would think you were being serious, but you're like really not. But there's no tells, right?
Yeah.
That was like my humor at the time. So we ended up going to this party and we like randomly go in and I don't know anybody. And it's this whole thing. And like, I'm sitting there and I am drunk. Like I am like nearing blackout drunk.
Oh no.
And I'm awkward and I don't know anybody and my friends have like gone off because they know all these people at this party. So I'm just like sitting in this room and people just keep coming in and being like, where's Megan? Where's this girl Megan? Have you guys heard from Megan? Like Megan isn't here yet. She was supposed to be here. And people keep doing that until finally like I'm just sitting there. I mean like blackout drunk. And I just go, oh, you guys didn't hear? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, Megan got hit by a car.
Oh my God.
And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, like, I heard she got hit by a car. Like, didn't you see those ambulances, like, down on 2nd Street? And then everybody's freaking out. People are crying. Like, they're freaking out. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, yeah, it's so sad. And then, like, Megan walks in. And then everybody's like, what the fuck? And then they're like, that girl said you got hit by a car. She's like, I don't know who that is. Then no one knows me, right? Because I wasn't invited to this party.
Oh my God.
So we got kicked out of the party.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, so then we ended up on this thing called the drunk bus. And the drunk bus is like everybody on the bus is drunk, but it's just like the public transportation in Ocean City. So we're on the drunk bus and we meet a group of guys on the drunk bus and I give them our address, like against the will of my friends. I'm like, this is where we are. Come find us later. So then we get back to like the condo and my friends are like, okay, sorry, we need to get you some water. And I'm like, no, we got friends coming over. So then they're knocking on the door. So then we start playing like Never Have I Ever. It's another drinking game and I am drinking and drinking. Oh, I'm going to town. So I'm like going hard. I'm taking shots. Like I'm hanging out. My friends are worried about me. They're worried about me. So then in the process of this game, like this guy gets a call on his phone, right? And again, me and the deadpan humor. So I'm like, he's asking for somebody. He's like, hey, we're looking for whoever. And I'm just like, oh, he's here. And they're just like, oh, where? And I give him the address and it's whatever. Okay, turns out it was a drug dealer. Yeah.
No.
So then like they show up at our house, but they're like, I'm talking like guns, knives, like not like, oh, they're buying weed. They were looking for somebody who like had like run out on them with like a plug and then I'm drunk. So they get to our house and then they're kind of like holding us hostage on the beach and they like keep talking to us, but I am like not aware of the danger that we're in because I'm drunk, right? And then I guess I did like get myself out of this by being really friendly and nice. And they were like, she's just really drunk. Like, and finally, you know, my friends were able to convince this guy that I didn't know these people, like that I was just making up. They're like, she's really blackout drunk, like whatever. And they were like, you need to make sure, like, you should stop letting her answer the phone, like whatever. So they took the guy whose phone I had, don't know whatever happened to him, he left. Then we all go back upstairs, including all of the strangers from the bus. So there's like probably 15 of us. Oh my God. Then they, you know, they were getting a little bit like, wow, they're like, oh, we'll take her out. Like, you know, you guys go to bed, we'll take Sarah with us. And I'm like, yay, a party. And my friends were like, absolutely not. So they kick all the guys out. And then one friend had this broom and was like sweeping up after them because there was sand all over the place. And they went over my feet. And then they were like, come on, Sarah. And I was like, oh my God, I fall to the floor. I'm like, you took my feet off. Like, this is terrible. And then I couldn't get up off the floor. Anyways, they had to put me back in my bedroom, lock the door. I was stuck in there for the rest of the night.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Then my friends had an intervention with me after senior week.
Well, that's good.
They were like, yeah, that's alcoholism. And then I was sober until I was like 22.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you shelter your children.
It does, because I just didn't understand. So, like, when we got back, this is why they had to have the intervention. It was like, that was bad behavior, and it continued. It was the whole time I was there. Like, I just was blackout drunk, partying the whole week. And then when we got back, my sister was still in school, and I was waking up every morning making myself a Malibu and orange juice and, like, driving her to school, like, going to work. And I was just like, it tastes so good. And my friends were like, so alcohol is not meant to be drank as, like, a beverage that you're drinking in the afternoon. Like, it will make you intoxicated, and then it impairs your judgment. But, like, I just didn't really, I don't think I grasped what alcohol was, just that it was something I couldn't have until I was of a certain age. But it tasted good. And I think I thought I couldn't have it because it was like an acquired taste and it would taste better when I was older. I was so sheltered. So yeah, they had a intervention with me, and then I was sober until I was like old enough to understand what drinking was. Because yeah, it was really frightening. Like, I remember them having this intervention and like giving me this info, and it was a theme in my life where people would like give me information, and I would be like, how did I not know this? And like, why am I being failed over and over again by like not being given information? Like, it's so bizarre.
Your parents.
And like the church and the culty. Yeah. It was just so crazy. So,
Oh my God.
yeah, then I was sober for a long time. And obviously I have had a lot of therapy since back then. It was insane. It was insane.
I'm going to say that watching TV as a teenager does a lot to educate people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people learn so much about how life and the construction of society works.
But you will say this. Okay, so like I was allowed to watch like Degrassi, right? So you would think if I watched Degrassi, I would understand. But there was like a disconnect where I just don't think that I understood the concept of it in the same way that I didn't understand what a write-off was until the other day, despite owning my own business. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes when you're not like taught things, it doesn't click. So like I could sit in a room and like understand something, but because it wasn't explained to me, I didn't really understand it.
Okay.
Even if I saw it on TV, I'd be like, oh, that's terrible that happened. I wasn't putting together like the comprehension that whatever was going on was like caused by that wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking. It was like, oh, these are like bad teenagers at a bad school. The devil's in them. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Like, I really feel that that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Like, the devil's doing that. That's the devil, not the alcohol.
Probably.
I mean, they do call alcohol spirits, right? So,
Yeah.
Possessed by the devil. Anyways,
Sarah's learning about life.
it's what happens when you're raised in a cult. Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
just sheltered from everything, and then they just tell you that, like, the devil's in you. I've actually been seeing some TikTok videos that, like, really explain it. Like, there was this one today, and it's, like, when your parent has religious psychosis, and they're, like, raising you or homeschooling you. And while I wasn't homeschooled, I went to school with homeschoolers. So I was essentially in a glorified co-op, so it was like being homeschooled, but worse somehow. And, yeah, and so, like, the parent in this skit was sort of like, I saw that you were arguing with your sibling earlier while you were doing the dishes. What? Now think about it. Why do you think that was? And then the kid's sort of like, yeah, well, I was doing the cleaning part and they were putting the dishes away. But then when I would put something in, they would put it away and I'd be like, it's not clean. And then we were arguing over that because they were like, it is clean. You cleaned it. And I'd be like, no, it has to go in the dishwasher. And then the parent's like, but were you thinking about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, while you were doing it and holding him in your thoughts and prayers while you were doing the dishes? And then the kid's sort of like, no, because I was doing the dishes. Aha. And that's your problem here, because we should be doing everything to the benefit of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and it all is an act of worship. And so therefore, when you're doing the dishes and you're fighting with your sibling, you're not worshiping God. And that's why you were getting in this fight, because the devil was whispering in your ear. And I'm like, I'm telling you.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. And
what the fuck?
That brings me back to my childhood.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I feel that I was living like that for a very long time. Like, until I was an adult, moved out of my house, living on my own, and like blocked my parents on social media, I didn't realize that like when you had sex with somebody, you wouldn't hemorrhage and die the
I'm
first time.
surprised you have any relationship with your parents.
I mean, my mom got out. Yeah, it's crazy town nonsense. Just some of the things I was raised believing were so intensely crazy that looking back at them, it also because my dad's like a doomsday prepper, but he's also like a really big like every scare for the you know, whatever, the rapture. He's like a rapture scare enthusiast. And so if you can imagine, like every 6 months we'd be in like the bunker praying to the Lord to come take us away.
A rapture enthusiast.
Yeah. Or like every time that there was like a bad storm, it would be like the Lord's coming for us, or like we need to sit and pray.
Normal Tuesday in Ohio.
No. Like if there was a storm, we would be in the basement in a prayer circle.
We'd be in the basement because of tornadoes.
No, terrifying. It was just bad. It was all bad. It was weird. It was like I wasn't allowed to dress weird. I wasn't allowed to be myself. Like, I don't know.
My mom would make fun of me if I dressed weird, but she also...
My mom did that too.
...was fine with me dressing weird.
My mom made fun of me, and she kind of let me dress weird on occasion outside the house when my dad was gone. But I just feel like, I mean, in general, the way that I was raised was just so insane.
Yeah, no.
Happy I got out of it.
Very opposite. We have very opposite childhoods.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy town. But that's okay, because I got out. Woo!
That's good.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so let's talk about New Year's. Our New Year's that we're having this year. I am really hoping that we can do a ball drop. And I know that that's going to be an undertaking. But I was thinking, even if it's just the last 10 seconds, and I held like a really big sun above my head and then fell to the floor. You know what I mean? I just think it could be so silly.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to make it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like something paper mache about the size of one of those like reflectors.
Okay.
And I could put it on like a stick or something, and I could drop it to the ground.
You should double check with the cloisters that that's okay.
I think it would be fine. Well, it would be in my hand. It's handheld.
But if you're dropping it on the floor...
No. I'd go like this and lower it. Like puppet style.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
puppet style.
Sure.
I think it would be fun.
That's all you, man.
I know. It's just like the maypole. So we were gonna have a maypole at the Fairy Festival, and then I looked into what it takes to build a maypole, and I wasn't capable of doing that. Then I tried to rent a maypole, which is so much harder than you would think, and I believe people might be just making their maypoles one and done and then throwing them out, because I can't seem to find a single person that owns a maypole at their house. Yeah. Yeah. So then we didn't have a maypole, but this time.
That's okay. I think it would have been too hot anyways.
It definitely would have, and there was like no real dancing. I just feel that we ended up... I don't actually feel that people wanted to dance that much.
It was hot.
It was hot, yeah. And it was very cool and chill. Like, I just loved that picnic.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the one in November. I'm so excited. Yeah. It's cryptids and woodland creatures themed. Are you going to be a cryptid or a woodland creature?
I don't know.
I'm going to be a woodland creature.
Okay.
I've decided. I think I'm either going to be like a fawn. Like maybe Jack and I will be deer together.
That'd be cute.
Or I might be a frog and Jack's a fawn. One of the two.
You should be a frog.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I love being a frog, but frogs are kind of summer animals. So I am thinking like a deer or a possum.
You could be a toad.
I'm going to be my skunk.
Okay.
I just ordered a hood for my Dollar Tree, the skunk one, and I'm doing a skunk Ren Fair build.
Oh, yeah. Hannah was talking about that. Okay.
So
Oh,
that we
yeah.
can all
I'm
do
going
them
to be
together.
a black bear.
Cute.
Black bears.
Yeah,
go to
and then
garbage.
Hannah and Aaron will be raccoon and possum. I love it. We'll all be together. Oh my God, it's so cute. I'm very excited. But you know what I'm even more excited for?
Is it the cloisters?
Yes. I'm really excited for the cloisters.
I'm also very excited. It's a really cool venue.
We've been wanting to do something there for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I think that it's awesome. Like, thank you guys so much for supporting our vision as far as, like, this collective goes, because it's taken a while, I think, to get to the point where we could even, I want to say afford, even though technically, you know, like, our budget operates similarly for each event, but knowing that we have the backing and knowing that we have the ability to, like, sell a ball for cloisters, because it's such a much bigger financial risk than other
cloisters
venues.
is definitely a ball where we cannot finance that all ourselves if we don't sell tickets.
Yeah. And I think that's been one of the things with the cloisters as a space that we want to do stuff in, is that if it's not free, it becomes a really big gamble and a risk. And so it's just one of those things that we've had to look at, and I'm really excited that we're finally going to get to do something. I'm excited because we're going to put the photo booth stuff in the room with the library, and I'm really excited about that. That'll
I think that'll be really
cool.
cute. If you make your ball drop thing also a photo prop,
Yeah.
you can put it somewhere else.
It'll be a photo prop.
Cool.
Definitely something people could hold. I want to do I really just, as a fun craft this fall, I kind of want to make like paper mache masks.
Yeah.
So if I make some of them celestial, I can just have them in the photo booth.
That'd be
I think
cute.
that'd be fun. So I'm not the craftiest person in the world.
You do your best.
I do my best. I think I get by on vibes, but I'm going to try to make these ones cool. And I think I can do that.
Yeah.
I am better with,
Painting.
yeah, like, I was going to say things that don't have to be super precise, which I feel like paper mache lends itself to that.
Yeah.
Painting lends itself to that. I'm not so good at, like, sewing, or, you know, like, sculpting. I just think there's things that I'm not as good at.
Less
But
precision arts.
yeah, if it doesn't need precision and I can just sort of like form it, shape it, draw it, whatever, that I'm
Do
good
art
at.
by vibes.
Art by vibes.
We're going to also have a band, Sealy Court. They make Celtic-ish music.
Yeah. We're going to have them. We're also going to have some sets by a DJ
dancing.
so that we have a mix of musics and different types of
And
dancing.
My Chemical Romance at the end.
Yeah. What's our favorite way to end a night?
It is.
It'll be cool. We have bar. We have really good food. I'm very excited about. Like a lot of food stations, which is cool.
Yeah. Photo
And
sets.
a little bit of vendors. Tiny vendor market happening, which is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Don't know who that's going to be yet. We're still working on that. We're in talks with some people, but we will be announcing that on our newsletter and our pages. We have gotten actually a lot more precise with being able to share things and like putting everything out, which is cool.
Yeah.
We're having a tavern night every month. We're doing some monthly meetups, which are going to be fun. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Have you had any thoughts about what you're going to wear?
I was just going to ask you that.
Man, so I'm on the fence here because I just don't know how fancy I want to go. I keep thinking it would be really fun to do something like full celestial, like paper mache crown, and like really go ham on it.
Yeah.
Do something cool,
Are
medieval
you
celestial.
saying full, like, Full or FOOL?
Ooh, both are an idea. Dang. Well, I'm thinking full, more like formal. Like, I just don't know how formal I want to go because I have that vintage Maresca dress, which I don't want to wear, but I do like the vibe of that. And it's easy to wear, and I feel like I could wear very fancy Ren Fair clothes that would look formal enough and be celestial.
We getting there, like, we have basically all day to set up, but we only have the event at night, right?
I think so. But we're doing photos and stuff. We have other things going on.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say you could wear the Maresca for setup and then get some photos in it and then change.
Well, I think, so right now, I feel like I have been building my Hell's Moving Castle one. And I think that is like the direction that I want to move in of, as far as like this, or not that obviously,
Yeah.
but the,
That one's perfect. Good job.
big Twilight t-shirt. But like this, I think
Yeah. Oh, that's really cute.
it's so fun, and I'm still building it, and I could
Yeah.
even make it more formal than
I
this.
want to look at all the things.
Yeah, but I love this outfit. I worked really hard on
Corset
it.
Story?
Orchard corset,
Or Orchard, not Corset
Barocco
Story.
tribal,
Yeah.
Miss Candy Holic, some stuff from Garb Sale, Crow's Drunk Drawer.
Oh, it's the Candy Holic one.
It is, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And so I'm thinking about doing something like that, but I don't know if I want to go more formal. Like, because it's that.
I think I want to go more formal.
I know,
like,
that's why
I'm
I'm
going
like,
to do
I
like
don't
black
know.
tie kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about how I like to, I don't love New Year's, right? I get really overstimulated, and I've just been thinking about like the dresses that I own that are black tie. And I have some that would definitely fit the theme. I just don't know that I want to wear them. I kind of feel like drawn to wearing something a little bit more casual. And it's not
Yeah.
even casual, just more eclectic and layered, and
I mean, I guess I'm thinking like black tie, but like princess in a fantasy movie, or
makes
like
sense.
some kind of that.
Well, neither
hold on.
one is right or wrong, right?
Yeah. Hold on. The pattern that I have sitting over here, like, this is simplicity, but
I don't think they could see it, but
that's okay. Well, Michael will just put a thing in it. something like this, maybe, where it is very
That's what my Maresca dress looks like.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's like I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I just go because it's nice, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I could totally do that, but part of me wants to be like more whimsical. I feel plain in something like this.
I agree,
but it's because we have different Venus signs, like how we talked about last time. Because you're a Taurus Venus, so yours is just always going to be like more like understated, well done, luxurious, like. Quiet.
I mean, I think that even if I do something like this, like I will be adding like a ton of like sequins or rhinestones and shit.
Like Celestial Fool, like a jester.
That'd be cute.
That is also really tickling my interest.
Other thing, really quickly, if you want to wear your Maresca earlier in the day, I can wear my velvet thing. Yeah. Earlier in the day, we can get some photos together.
We should just do that stuff anyways, because we're gonna have access to the castle. Yeah. So we'll do that. Definitely. But yeah, I'm still just on the fence about what to wear. I feel that I am a little bit of an outfit procrastinator. And additionally, it's just so early in the season that I feel like I might have something by then.
Ren Fair, like, also will change what I feel like doing, I think.
Okay, because one of the things is, what if you wore your new Noblesse dress, right? You could wear that. That would be completely on theme, make a really cool hennin with it. But if you wear it to fair and you just feel like, oh, I just wore that, just made content in it, you might not want to. And that's the thing with me is I have, 7 days I'm going to be at fair, so I might end up wearing my House Moving Castle outfit, and then I wouldn't want to wear that to the ball. Yeah. So I think it's just going to depend.
I feel like that is what is going to end up happening.
That's why I'm not trying to make any decisions right now. But I will say the House Moving Castle outfit is very overstimulating and has a lot of pieces. So I don't know that I'm going to want to wear that to fair. So then if I don't, then that would be a really perfect time to wear it. Yeah, but it's hard because I'm not wearing that Maresca dress to fair. It's way too warm.
Yeah.
It's it's velvet, it's long sleeved, it's vintage. I don't want to get it dirty.
Yeah.
So I'm not wearing that. So then...
that one would be really cute for Yule at PA Ren Fair.
Yeah, it would.
I don't like going to Yule at PA Ren Fair.
We don't usually go.
It's not good.
I know. But we are having a Yule Tavern night.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I could wear it to that.
I was thinking mostly going for a black tie because I think that is a market we're trying to move towards, is getting really rich people to fund our subsidize it for everyone else. So I don't know. I feel like black tie feels I don't know, more differentiated from Ren Fair also.
Yeah.
I feel like we now have so many events going on that we have a lot of places to wear normal Ren Fair garb or even slightly more elevated Ren Fair garb.
Well, I will say I don't think either one's wrong. Even at Afterlife or Shapeshifters, other balls we've had in the past, even when people are in more black tie adjacent outfits, there are still people that come in more garb adjacent black tie outfits, and I think they still work and look cool. So I'm I think we definitely need to wait till the end of fair to figure it out, because otherwise it just...
I'm going to probably have to start sewing before then if I'm going to sew.
You will. Yeah, I'm not sewing. Yeah. So we're going to let that be.
I guess I mean black tie as in not normie black tie.
Yeah, I know. Just fancy. I understand. I just got that Sharon said official dress, and I'm going to wear that to Mystic Fate. But that dress is something that if that was in blue...
Oh, I got to figure out that outfit. Shit.
Yeah, you do. But that's in April, so we have time.
Oh, Second Star. We have Second Star in December.
I forgot. Oh no! What are we gonna wear?
I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no, Minji! What are we gonna wear? No, that's not good. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we're doing that.
Yeah. We gotta figure out hotels.
Oh my god.
We gotta pitch hotels. Okay, well,
well, we're gonna sign off and do that now.
We got some work to do. But
that was
for our New Year's ball. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Ticket drop is August 22nd, and I think we're going to sell out. And then we're not going to have any more tickets, so mark your calendars. I feel really bad because usually we hold a couple tickets, but we're not. I don't know if we're going to be able to this time. So it is what it is, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, August 22nd, mark your calendars, and then New Year's Eve, I'm going to have some sort of weird puppet ball drop. I am making myself accountable.
All right.
Iconic.
This will be a better New Year's than you've ever had before because you New Year's.
And I promise I'm not going to cry. No crying, drunk crying.
I don't know that you should promise that.
I'm promising. I haven't been drinking. I'm doing my little sober year, so we're chilling. We're doing a good job.
It'll be the end of the year.
Well, maybe I'll be slightly less sober, but I still won't cry.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.